my name is Vinny Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about overlapping generation model. This model is given by Paul Samuelson. What do you mean by overlapping generation? Overlapping generation is a situation where multiple generation exist simultaneously and interact with each other. Overlapping generation is a situation where multiple generation exist simultaneously and interact with each other. For example, multiple generation of adult are living with older generation and older generation are providing them help and support while still being alive themselves, and the younger generation are earning and saving while older generation are not earning, they just consuming from their saving. So in this situation you can see multiple generation exist simultaneously and interact with each other. So this will be called overlapping generation. According to this model, we are alive at two time period. According to this model, we are alive at two time period. At first time period, we just born. It is represented by T. Simultaneously, old generation are living with us and old generation represented by T plus 1. In second time period, we become old, which is represented by T plus 1. Simultaneously, new generation is living with us, that means newborn child are also living with us, which represent by T. So here you can see we are alive in two time period. In first time period we just born, in second time period we become old. Now we will see characteristics of this model, or you can say that assumptions of this model. Individual live for two periods. T represent young age, T plus 1 represent old age. Here we assume individual live for two periods, they don't die early. Population in T period is equal to LT. L represent labor, that means population is equal to labor. Population in T plus 1 period is equal to LT plus 1. We assume population grow at constant rate, that's why population in LT period is equal to LT plus 1. Population grow at constant rate. In this model we assume one individual born with one availability of labor. In this model we assume one individual born with one availability of labor, that's why population is equal to labor. And in this model we assume individual work in his young age and save money. He don't work in old age, during old age he just consume his saving. YT represent young age income, YT plus 1 represent old age income, or we can say that YT plus 1 represent part of his income which he saved during his young age. According to this model, some part of income we consume and some part we save. YT represent total income, CT represent part of income which we consume, ST represent part of income which we save. According to this model, saving is equal to investment. ST saving, IT investment. So here you can see saving is equal to investment. Whatever income he saved during his young age, eventually it will invested, as we earlier discussed, saving is equal to investment. And investment creates return which he receive during his old age, or we can say that investment create return which he consume in his old age. R represent return on investment, T plus 1 represent old age, that means he receive return on investment during his old age. In this model, we assume during old age, individual receive principal amount with the return on investment. IT is the investment of young age which is equal to ST. ST is the saving of young age plus RT plus 1 ST. R represent return on investment, T plus 1 represent old age, ST represent saving of young age. This whole part represent return on saving which he received during old age. So ST we take common, now the equation become like this. And individual earn income in a young age when his productivity is very high, and wages during a young age eventually become his income of a young age. Wages during a young age eventually become his income of a young age. That's why W2 equal to YT. W2 means wages during young age and YT is income of a young age. Taste and preference of all individuals are same, we assume, and in this model we assume constant return to scale on production. Now we will see total income during young age and old age. As we earlier discussed, wages of young age eventually become equal to income of young age. WT is equal to YT, as we earlier discussed. Some part of income he consumed, some part he saved. That means YT equal to CT plus ST, we have already discussed. So in place of YT, we can write CT plus ST. Now our final equation become like this. This will be called his total income during young age. YT plus 1 represent his total income during old age, and which is equal to money which he saved during his young age. ST represent money which he saved during his young age. So income of old age equal to ST and ST equal to IT, and IT equal to this, as we earlier discussed, IT equal to ST 1 plus RT plus 1, as we already discussed. So ST equal to IT and IT equal to this. So in place of IT we can put this equation. This will be called his total income during old age. Now we'll see total consumption during young age and old age. Young age income is equal to CT plus ST, CT consumption, ST saving. Saving will come in this side. Now CT become equal to YT minus ST. That means when we minus saving from income, it will become equal to consumption of young age. And old age consumption is income of old age. Eventually income of old age we consume. So this is income of old age. Eventually it will become consumption of old age. CT plus 1 represent consumption of old age, which is equal to income of old age. And U is utility, which is equal to CT plus 1. CT is consumption of young age, CT plus 1 is consumption of old age. This shows the total satisfaction from consumption of both young age consumption as well as old age consumption. Main aim of this model to receive maximum satisfaction from young age consumption as well as old age consumption. CT plus 1 is equal to this one, we have already discussed. This part we will bring here. Now our equation will look like this. WT is equal to CT plus ST, as we earlier discussed. Value of ST is equal to this. So in place of ST we can put this. Now our final equation will look like this. WT are wages of T time, and this part showing maximum consumption pattern. This whole part shows from the income of T time we are receiving maximum consumption pattern, or we can say that with the income of T time we are consuming a maximum, eventually receiving maximum satisfaction, because main goal of this model to receive maximum satisfaction from your income. Now we see capital formation according to this model. Capital formation means increase capital stock through investment. IT is investment during young age, and KT plus 1 is capital formation during old age, and KT is capital formation during young age. During young age we don't receive any kind of return, that's why we minus capital formation of young age from old age, it will become equal to IT. On x-axis we have capital formation during young age, on y-axis we have capital formation during old age. During young age we don't receive any kind of return on investment, that's why we will only consider old age. And this curve represent old age capital formation KT plus 1, and this is 45-degree line. Here we have two equilibrium E1 and E2. E1 is stable equilibrium because here curve is cutting from above, but E2 is unstable equilibrium because here curve is cutting from below. So this is all about overlapping generation model. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.